Simple Rethink presents How the Abundance of Choice Hinders Our Chances of Finding Love. Part 1. Back in ancient times, and through the evolving civilizations, human beings searched for partners within narrow horizons. Villages were small, social circles were fixed, encounters were limited by geography, and association was mainly dictated by custom and religion. Individuals formed marriage unions for reasons that had little to do with love or the trappings of romance. Our ancestors, and our forebears after them, lived in a world of constrained choices and emotional safety. To fall in love was not required for two individuals to see the good in each other. But the modern landscape is different. We now inhabit a marketplace of near-infinite choice, where potential partners appear not slowly over years, but endlessly, on demand. Not 10 candidates in a village, but thousands within reach of our fingertips. The modern world is a boundless space of romantic possibilities, an ecosystem of infinite options. Hundreds, sometimes thousands, of potential partners on our screens, and countless others circulating through the streets and places we go every day. Yet, in this age of unrestrained access to potential love partners, the abundance of choice has, ironically, reshaped our behavior in ways that quietly undermine our chances of finding love. What you are about to hear comes from the discoveries of leading psychologists and psychotherapists whose work in human behavior and social research offers a clearer lens through which to re-examine this paradox. This will surely make you rethink. Let's dive in. Number 1. Impatience. When options are few, we learn to be tolerant and appreciative. But when options are many, we lose the willingness to try. In a world overflowing with numerous potential love partners, the abundance of choice can easily become a curse of impatience. When early conversations feel unenchanting, we grow disenchanted because the possibility of finding that spark elsewhere makes retreating from our available option urgent and sensible. In the early stages of knowing someone, when understanding should be gradual, we may tend to expect quick compatibility. We rush through early connections with the expectation that attraction would be a quick discovery. And because we believe the sparks currently unseen might exist in others yet to be discovered, it becomes easy to abandon our interest after a fleeting glance of a photo, a single meeting, or the first moment of boredom. But what we easily forget is that people reveal themselves over time, and that character and qualities unravel under conditions of trust, and that compatibility deepens with emotional investment, not evaluation alone. Impatience causes us to sabotage the most essential phase of relationship building, which is the slow, unfolding and understanding of another person's interior world. In a landscape of endless alternatives, the patience to discover someone's hidden layers disappears. We don't give people time to unfold, we give up before unfolding begins. The availability of other choices tends to accelerate the pace of dismissal. We don't wait to explore, we exit, and move on to find other options who we expect will take less effort to understand. Number 2. Hesitation. When the discovery of something better feels possible, commitment to what is available can feel premature. The abundance of choice can easily make us skeptics of our own decision, causing us to hesitate in accepting the love that is presently possible. We hesitate not because the person before us is inadequate, but because we fear that choosing one person means losing the possibility of someone better. The psychology of abundance doesn't merely cause resistance, it delays commitment. We delay not because the person before us is unworthy, but because we keep wondering who else might be out there. We hesitate to commit, not because the person before us will be a wrong choice, but because the possibility of finding someone we consider better feels perpetually alive. So, we disengage at the first sign of misalignment because we know we can try again, with someone new, soon to be found. We wait for an ideal partner that exists nowhere except in our hope in a person we may never meet, or who may not return our interest even if we get to meet them. In a climate of abundant choices, many relationships end before they begin, not because people are incompatible, but because they may not appear to be the best option. When the horizon of potential love partners seems infinite, settling on the available option can feel premature or even risky. But endless searching is not true freedom of choice, it is a trap of hesitation. Number 3. Hasty judgment. When the chances of finding an ideal love partner seem infinite, flaws begin to feel intolerable. The possibility that we can find, and will soon encounter a person who meets all our expectations of love makes us magnify the smallest faults in the options before us. A minor mistake becomes a fatal flaw. A moment of awkwardness becomes a sign of unworthiness. The abundance of choice makes normal human imperfections seem like unpardonable fault, and it would seem like our first interest in a person is not to find compatibility, but to search for disqualifiers. We fixate on what is absent instead of what could emerge. We are offended by the slightest misunderstanding, and retreat at the faintest hint of misalignment. And normal human imperfection becomes a red flag and deal breaker. When we focus on the limitations of others, we ourselves become the gatekeepers of our own needs and desires. The possibility of finding a better love candidate becomes a quiet counsel to refuse the chance of love that may already be before us. Here is the verdict. In a world overflowing with options, finding love requires discipline, patience, curiosity, and humility. It demands that we abandon the illusion of perfection and embrace the complexity of real human beings, including ourselves. Perhaps the greatest paradox is this: abundance, not limited choice, has become the obstacle to finding love. The search for a love partner is not hindered by a lack of options, but by an excess of them. It is not scarcity but surplus that complicates our search for a love partner, because too many alternatives lead us to agonize over unknown possibilities. If any part of this discourse made you rethink, it means you liked this video. Give it a like, and hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell and be among the first to watch the second part of this discourse. See you soon.